Mamatha, Assistant Professor, Department of Life Sciences, KRISTU Jayanti College, Bangalore. Today we are talking about the function of nerve cells and follicular cells in the development of Drosophila oocyte. Nerve cells are the sister cells of oocyte, which are originated from the germinal cells, and they play an important role in providing the nutritional support for the development of the oocyte. The main function of nerve cells include macromolecular support, and where the synthesis and transportation of the macromolecules like RNAs, proteins, and organelles into the developing oocyte is taken care by nerve cells, and they transfer these molecules through ring canals, especially designed a connection between the cells at the ring canals. And these macromolecules are passed out or transported from nerve cells into the oocyte through the ring canals. And euprotein and nutritional provision. So these nerve cells contribute to the provisioning of proteins, energy reserves, and nutrients, which are essential for the growth of the oocyte. They also involve in mRNA localization. So the morphogenic mRNAs like Bicor, Oscar, and Gherkin. Okay, these are the mRNAs which are made to be place themselves as a particular region for the further expression even after the fertilization to make the protein gradient. So this localization of mRNA is also taken care by nerve cells. This mRNA is crucial for establishing the anterior and posterior or dorsal ventral axis of the embryo in the later development. So apart from that, they also involve in chorion and vital envelope synthesis. For example, nerve cells indirectly support the synthesis of protective eggshells layer by producing the materials that are processed in the follicular cells. Actin and cytoskeletal dynamics. So nerve cells help recognize and maintain cytoskeletal within the oocyte during its development. So these actin filaments and other cytoskeletal elements facilitate the transport of macromolecules. So once everything is ready, once the macromolecules and mRNA and every required nutritional support is ready, so the dumping stage takes place. That means so there is a rapid transfer of these cytoplasmic contents into the oocyte by the nerve cells. And this process is called dumping. So this process is facilitated by ectomycin contractions within the oocyte and the nerve cells. So once nerve cells complete its function, so it undergoes apoptosis and make sure that the proper maturation of the oocyte is taking place by equipping it with resources necessary for the fertilization and early embryonic development. Follicular cells are the cells which surrounds the oocyte. So they help in secretion of eggshell. So they synthesize and deposit the vitelline membrane and chorion layer, which later forms the protective layer of the eggshell around the matured oocyte. And this is very essential for preventing the desiccation and also they provide structures. They also help in signal transduction and axis specification. So for example, they have these follicular cells possess the receptors like open EGFR signaling receptor, and also they have delta knot signaling. So this receptor receive a particular ligand to activate a particular pathways, which are essential for the development. They also help in polarity and patterning of the oocyte. These follicular cells guide the localization of oocyte determinants. Okay, for example, the bicoid, nanos, and glucan mRNAs within the oocyte. So these determinants, these molecular or morphogenic determinants are essential for the axis formation and patterning in the Drosophila. So apart from that, they also involve in nutrient transport and support, the mechanical support and organization. They provide structural support to the growing germ cells and maintain its organization. And this structural support ensures the proper spatial relationship between the nerve cells and the oocyte. So apoptosis and follicular cell maturation. So once follicular cells undergo dynamic morphogenic changes, proliferation and differentiation throughout the oogenesis. So towards the end, they participate in the apoptosis and they help in sculpting the eggshell and fine-tune its structure. So they also involve in production of proteins and signaling molecules like growth factors, cytokines, and extracellular matrix components. They also involve in regulation of oocyte size and shape. By influencing the shape and size of the oocyte, they apply physical contraction and actively remodel the extracellular matrix. So overall, the follicular cells ensure the successful development, protection, and proper patterning of the oocyte, setting the stage for embryogenesis. Thank you.